All right. It would appear as though we are live. There is cursory um, evidence to suggest that fact. Key uh, experts in the field are weighing in and they're saying we're live. Let's put on a little bit of accompanying music. Getting started a little later. Probably gonna finish a little bit early because reasons. Um, I admit it now. Here we are, music. Not you. Excuse you. It's more like it. There we go. Anyway. So what the hell are we doing today? I gotta adjust this, hold on. So loud I can't think. Alright. So we're just gonna straight work on those Helldivers stickers this morning. Gotta block out colors for another one of them. Here we are. We're navigating. There we go. Look at that. We're all ready to go here. It's like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't stream yesterday. Yesterday was weird. I just kind of stayed in bed until I had to absolutely get out. I suppose it just happens sometimes. I don't like that it happens. I find it very annoying. Alright, so here's where we were. We colored this guy, who is at 10% opacity for some reason. There he is, look at him. Look at him, he's tripping. He's falling. And I'm gonna go back on what I just said I was gonna do. I'm not going to block color. I'm not going to block color for another character this time around. I am going to yeah, this is more better use of my time. It's better to get all the way through the process on one of these sets, and then go back and do the other ones one step at a time. So color all the other three and then line all the other three, because you want to work out kinks in your workflow. For instance, probably I want the line weight in this one to be the same as the other stickers I did, but I don't know that. I gotta figure that out. I gotta feel it out. I gotta get in there and touch it. I'm making it weird, but don't worry about it. Also, I never blocked the color for this guy and the little rock down here, but we'll get to that. We're doing things non-linearly. We're Christopher Nolaning it here at ccsignin.youtube.com. Oh man. Someday I'll figure out what the C's stand for. They're made up, but someday I'll figure out what they stand for. That's the essential question. Is that the thickness I want to go with? No, I want to make that thicker. I want to make that thicker, but you see down here there are detail lines where I'm gonna be thinning it out. I'm gonna be doing 2 different line weights. This is a more complex design than the Lethal Company ones. It simply is. As a plebeian, as a pleb, as a simpleton, as a fucking not very good at art boy, I do not vary my line weight much. I do not. But sometimes you have to. Excuse me while I eat food on stream. Don't worry about it. Plantain chips, though, I'm addicted to them. Excuse me. I'm excited for the game stream that I'm doing tomorrow. We'll be squid diving on stream for the first time. I have been squid diving privately since the Illuminate were launched. Yeah, I've been squid diving on my own since it launched. I have been enjoying the squids. I've been enjoying the new map type that the squids have come with. I am really excited to see if they integrate that map type into select areas, select maps of the other factions. I'd really like for that to be a thing. To be able to bot and bug dive. Imagine, like, fighting the bots in an urban environment, you know, considering they all have guns. As opposed to the squids, where it's just like the elite troops have guns. The overseers, as they're called. Gotta look at the reference. Now we have it. We have a helmet. Now let's... Okay, let me do... this pauldron. And then we'll do some color correction. I just realized as a part of the helmet we forgot. Yeah, then I'm going to do some color refinement, and that'll give us a good deal. We'll be able to make a final judgment over these line weights. We're doing 9 and 6. Nine and 6. Perspective on the adverse side of a design is something I struggle with. How do things look when they're facing away from you, you know? And how do you make them look good, you know? Not just a blob. The question. Do I have an answer for that question? No. We're refining this. I made a decision. I am Mr. Decider Man. Okay. How's that look? Okay. So this is the first area of this pauldron. Notably, the bottom of it is covered up by the curve of this gauntlet. This pauldron is going to get the fine line treatment, this gold trim. Excuse me. Basically just outlining the trim area with the gold. There we go. All right. Yeah, you can see I'm a little bit off model with the lines here. That's the thing about the color versus, you know, the damn, what was I thinking? That's what's nice about doing it with the color. Wrong. This is nice about having the color there as an extra guide. You have, I don't know, even if it's wrong, you've got that one more vector. I keep going on and on about it, but it's a change in my workflow that I really enjoyed. Cannot recommend it enough. I'll listen to that jazz, getting more energetic. So I'm doing this, I'm also thinking about whether or not I'm going to shade these ones. With the Helldivers, with the Lethal Company designs, there's not a lot of detail to the overall design, and so just coloring it with flats can feel kind of empty. But this is a lot more detail, so I feel more confident about just leaving this unshaded. And it'll look nice. It'll still read well. I feel like my cell shading is not going to add to this. Although what I might do just a little bit is on the designs where there's an obvious diegetic light source, cast a little bit of light. And they all have that. The sample collector, the sample collection vial it does glow. This guy's got obviously the stratagem beacon. Heavy gunner and the sniper both have muscle flares. So what I might do with that is I might have that influence cast light on it, but then the shadow, quote unquote, will just be the lost my train of thought. Will just be the gray basic colors, the flats. Yeah. I'm so good at being coherent and saying things. It's great. I love it. Oh, we had somebody on for 53 seconds. That's a record for these morning streams. I'm doing much better with the... surprise, surprise, I'm doing much better with the streams that I do during prime time. In the afternoon, 7 o'clock at night. Yeah, this is a good natural stopping point. Like I said, this is a shorter one. We've only been going for about 20 minutes. I started late, I'm ending early for reasons, don't worry about it. Yeah, no, I'm very glad with how the game streams are going. I've been getting views on the VODs. I posted a short, that's a clip show from my last game stream. That got some traction, not as much as my LEGO shorts. My LEGO-based shorts are still the central tentpole of my channel, which I'm happy and not happy about, because my where I can go with that once the designs I have are dried up is limited. I don't want to just pump out designs for the sake of it. I don't want to just, like, make more mech designs for the sake of making mech designs, although that's something I could do, and that's honestly something I might do. Of course, I do have to make the designs. I have to put a little bit of effort into it. I can't just do, like, variants. That having been said, one of the things I have considered doing is something I wanted to do for a while, and this is something I might do on this stream. The mech designs, diegetically speaking, they need decals. Things like rank, things like affiliation insignias, military crestage stuff, you know? Because they are military robots. Like, for instance, let me just do real quick in one of the scrap layers. It's just a showcase. Real quick. I know that... So, most of the mechs that are designed are from the Asaurian Union. Ionian Union, I should say. I called it Astorian initially, but I changed it. And, like, I have an idea for something that looks... kind of like that. And then the one additional thing. Although I don't know if this quite works with the wreath. It doesn't. But yeah, something a little bit like this. Maybe we'll do a banner, because we need a little bit of something on the bottom here, design-wise. And then we get some random symbols here. Not English script, but probably just translatable to English just to save time. Not a full conlang. I don't have the time or resources to do a full conlang. But that's what I'm thinking for the mechs. And I might refine this. This doesn't quite have the je ne sais quoi that I want. Je ne sais quoi. Look at me being fancy. Fucking French motherfucker over here. Doesn't give off quite the right vibe that I want. That's a fucking word that I should be using to get across to, like, fucking modern audiences, man. Like, fucking je ne sais quoi. Nobody fucking says it anymore. The vibe. Doesn't have quite the vibe that I'm looking for, but it's like something like this. Like, you know, this idea of, like, you have this is supposed to be a geographic scene. Like, two hills with a river going to them. That's something you would see in the Ionian Union. And be like, hey, I'm in the Ionian Union. It's those two hills from the insignia. That kind of thing, you know? So I want to do a black and white of that and put it on the shoulder pauldrons of all the different mech designs I've done. You know, the other one, the Cavaliers with the Ceramic Empire would have something like this, sort of very industrial. It's supposed to kind of look like an engine block, but sort of like a logo that looks like an engine block, and it's evocative. Because ceramic is more they pride themselves in industry, but they're kind of shit at it. Whereas the Ionian Union was basically a union between scientists who were like, we want to break away to do science stuff because the ceramic empire is impressing us, and ethnic groups in the same area who were like, we want to break away from the ceramic empire because we're indigenous and they're fucking doing horrible things to us. Hey, we've got a common enemy. Why don't we team up? And then they teamed up and they formed the Ionian Union. And then they made better mechs than the ceramics had. There, lore. I just dropped some of the lore mech. I do want to do also videos of this lore. That's another thing I'm gonna do. How many views are they gonna get? I don't fucking know. But that's an idea. So, like, do some... I've thought so much about how I'm gonna do this. Do some hero shots of the mechs with the text laid over it. Talking about, just, like, what are the mechs are, you know? This one's the interdiction unit, this one's a disincorporation unit, this one's a traction unit, this one's the intercession unit. I went into a little bit of it in the, like, the video descriptions of the shorts where I posted them, but, like, this is, like, nobody's gonna read the descriptions. Maybe it helped with, the algorithm a little bit. And I just realized that, yeah, I did do basic descriptions for those videos, but I didn't for the clip show. So maybe that's why maybe the clip show would have done a little bit better if I put in some more words in the description. I don't know. I'm still learning YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. All right, but yeah, no, enough counterwalling. Let's. I gotta go to work. um, but yeah, aside from these random doodles that I just did, here's where my guy. Here's where we are in this dude, the leader, throwing his stratagem and failing to throw it, which I haven't done the color blocking for. Don't worry about it. I think we're looking good. I'll have to decide if I want to keep this thinner line, because you see, if I zoom out enough, it barely scans. The black barely scans. I want it to scan, you know? My worry is that if I go too thick with the lines around the gold, when I go down here to do this detailing, or any of the other fine detailing on the other guys, like, he's got to have a central chest piece, the sample collector, although I think it'll be covered. His stripes, his stripe singular, that kind of stuff, I'm worried that it'll get, like, way too clunky. There's ways around it. I want to preserve as much detail as possible. I like the details. I like trying to preserve as much detail as possible in these kind of designs. My best-selling sticker is pretty complex details. But now we'll see about it. We'll, you know, it'll be whatever. But yeah, no, logging off for this morning. Catch y'all on the flip side. The flip side being tomorrow, possibly tomorrow morning, although I might skip tomorrow morning because nobody can stop me. But definitely tomorrow evening. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Thank God it's Wednesday. Not really. I prefer for it to be tomorrow because I'm excited to stream again. And I'll be seeing y'all for that. This knee pad of gold shrimp. Anyway. I gotta do the thing. I gotta do the outro. I do the outro. It's my thing. Bam! See? It's got a cool catchphrase. I gotta do it. See you, Star Cruiser. Wonder where that could be a reference to. That I kind of, like, didn't want to do a direct reference to for reasons. Don't worry about it. Alright. See y'all.